Yo, we got some breaking news here on the channel. The New York Giants are going out and making a splash move here in free agency. They are signing star safety Jevon Holland to a major deal. 3 years, $45 million, up to potentially $46.8 million, with $30.3 million in guaranteed money. Joe Schoen, early on day 2 of NFL free agency, goes out and makes a splash signing. We know the New York Giants were going to be interested in making a move at that safety position. They go out and they do so, and they do so in a big way. Javon Holland was looked at as one of the best players heading into NFL free agency by almost every single media outlet and anybody that covers the NFL, and now he's joining the Giants on a major deal. Also, late last night, the New York Giants signed an edge rusher, Chony Goldston, the defensive lineman from the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to break both of those players down here on the show. That's why you subscribe. If everybody could take 2 seconds to go down right now and hit that big red sub button, I would greatly appreciate it. We are on our way to 70,000 subscribers here on Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We put out videos every single day on the Giants. When the Giants make a move, we make a video. Yesterday, we were live on the channel for 12 hours, and we're going to run it back again today as we are officially on QB and offensive guard watch. Wow. Joe Schoen getting busy early in NFL free agency. Adding a player like Javon Holland is a big swing for Joe Schoen. This contract for Holland is a lot of money as well, $15 million per year. That puts him in the top 10 highest paid safeties in the National Football League. Antoine Winfield makes 21, Derwin James 19, Minkah Fitzpatrick 18.2, Budda Baker 18, Trevon Merrick just signed a $17 million deal, 16.75 for Xavier McKinney, $16 million for Jesse Bates, 15 for Talanoa Hufanga, and 15 for Cam Bynum. So we've seen a couple of safeties already come off the board here in free agency, get about $15 million per year. And Javon Holland, he slots in with the rest of them. What's interesting about this move is the New York Giants deciding to pay Jevon Holland over a guy, a homegrown talent like Xavier McKinney last year. McKinney signed a 4-year, $67 million deal with the Packers, but only just $23 million of it was guaranteed. So the average annual value is a little bit higher for Xavier McKinney, but the guaranteed money for Javon Holland is better. $23 million for McKinney, $30.3 million for Javon Holland. This tells me that the New York Giants didn't love the locker room presence of Xavier McKinney. There were things other than just the football field that were preventing the New York Giants from going out and paying Xavier McKinney. Because if you're just going to turn around and you're going to tell us that it's all about positional value, and then you go out the very next offseason and just give out damn near the same money, it wasn't positional value. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the ATV accident. We had heard some things that McKinney was a Wink Martindale guy and he didn't, get along with everybody on the defense and things of that sort. And we've heard since then that him and Kayvon Thibodeau aren't boys. I don't know what it is. I think McKinney is a little bit better of a player than Holland. But at the end of the day, you're paying a safety major money, which I do not have a problem with. I just personally would have rather kept Xavier McKinney, who is a year younger and more of homegrown talent. But at the end of the day, I am super pumped up that the New York Giants have gone out and signed one of the best safeties in the National Football League. Holland didn't have his best season in the NFL this year when you talk about just overall play, but his first year in the NFL, second year in the NFL, and third year in the NFL, he was a top 5 safety in the National Football League. This year, he had PFF grades of 63 when it comes to overall defense, 57.1 in coverage, and a 73.4 in run defense. Whereas in 2023, he was one of the best safeties in the NFL, a 90.4 overall grade, an 89.9 coverage grade, and an 82.5 run defense grade. And he had an 84.0 tackling grade in 2023. So this is a guy that's played at an extremely high level before. He's been looked at as a top 5 safety in this league. And that's what he showed you really through his first 3 years in the NFL. Didn't play at that level this year. He's also someone that hasn't missed a lot of time in the league. Played 15 games in 2024. Did miss 5 games in 2023, but played all 17 in 2022, and he played 16 in 2021. This is a safety that kind of plays all over the football field as well. He can line up in the box. Last year, he played 434 snaps at free safety, 142 in the slot, 235 in the box. Throughout his career, he's played 722 snaps in the box, 2,222 at free safety, and 401 in the slot. So he's primarily a free safety. He's not really the ball hawk you would expect out of a guy that is a free safety. 0 interceptions this year, 1 last year, 2 in 2022, and 2 in 2021. 4 pass breakups this year, 4 pass breakups last year, 7 in year 3, and 10 in year 7 in year 2, and 10 in year 1. Really good player. Don't get it twisted. Just interesting the New York Giants decide to go out and spend big on a safety after they didn't do it with Xavier McKinney. So kind of interesting on that front. Javon Holland, a list of what he was looking for in free agency: detailed and experienced coaching, honest culture, a men-leading head coach, a team that wants to win, leaders that want to lead and set examples by actions and not their words. The New York Giants are getting a guy that's going to add to the culture of this team as well. So you go out and you make a big money move to Jevon Holland. Grade the signing: 3 years, $46.8 million, 30.3 of it is guaranteed. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know your grade. I'd give this a solid B. He's a damn good football player. Not the most premium position in my opinion. I don't mind paying safeties big money. I just don't really understand the logic of letting McKinney walk to pay Holland. It's got to be something a little bit deeper. But at the end of the day, you get a good football player. And the Giants, they need more good football players. And Javon Holland, you are a New York Football Giant. Not the only move that the New York Giants made late last night after we logged off of our live stream. You go live for 12 hours, and somehow the moment you sign off, the Giants do something. They go out and they sign defensive end Chony Goldston, who last spent time with the Dallas Cowboys. Chony Goldston, still just 27 years old, and he signed a pretty decent deal with the New York Giants. I think it was a 3-year, $16 million deal, so a little over $5 million per year. I got to talk to my guy Tom Downey, the host of the Cowboys Report here at Chat Sport, and I said, what's the thoughts on Holland? He said, quality rotational piece. Sack numbers are a little deceptive this year relative to his actual pass rush impact, but a good run defender, can kick inside, was better playing DN this year, especially on early downs. And this is a guy that you're going to add to your depth at the edge spot. He's going to be your edge 3. This kind of tells me that a guy like Azeez Ojulari is probably not all that likely to return to the New York Giants. Just don't see that happening. Last year, Goldston, in 17 games played and 13 starts, he had 56 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 8 QB hits to go with 5 pass breakups, as well as 5.5 sacks. Easily his best year in the NFL, just 26 years old. Hopefully he continues to get better and better, and the Giants can use him all over the defensive line. We talked about him playing a little bit of D tackle. We've talked about him playing a little bit of D end. I like the idea of a versatile piece. Also, smart, tough, and dependable. 17 games played this year. 17 games played in 2023. Last 2 years, he has not missed a football game. And when you talk about Chony Goldston versus Azeez Ojulari, I think pound for pound, Ojulari is a better pass rusher. But Ojulari lacks the ability to stay healthy, and I am a huge Azeez Ojulari guy. But if you can't stay healthy in this league, it's tough to get big bucks. And when you're a bad team like the Giants, the last thing you can do is go out and pay a player that misses a lot of time. And that is, at the end of the day, what Azeez Ojulari does. So I don't expect him back at this point. Your replacement, Chony Goldston, 6'5", 268-pound edge. I like it. You will have nice and serviceable talent now behind Brian Burns and behind Kayvon Thibodeau. It's a good edge rotation. It is. Some of the numbers I wanted to look at here, the D-line alignment snap count for Goldston. He played 487 snaps this year outside the tackle, 211 snaps over the tackle, and 840 snaps over, 84 snaps. I'm still just waking up. 84 snaps over the B gap, 4 snaps over the A gap. Throughout his career, 16 snaps in the A gap, 433 snaps in the B gap, 466 over the tackle, and 826 on the outside shoulder of the tackle. So mainly an edge, but he's had more than enough experience sliding in on passing downs, being an interior pass rusher, 433 snaps. I remember Shane Bowen saying last year he didn't mind the idea of moving in a guy like Azeez Ojulari and others inside the defensive tackle and just getting 4 pass rushers on the field. I would not be shocked to see on passing downs the New York Giants roll with Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Chony Goldston, and Dexter Lawrence on the inside. 4 pass rushers, pin your ears back, and let's go get off the football field, Shane. Exciting day for the Giants. They go out and sign Jevon Holland late last night, Chony Goldston. Joe Schoen going out, being aggressive. We told you he would. He's GMing for his job, and here he goes. Job's not finished. Go get Aaron Rodgers. Go get Aaron Rodgers and go get an offensive guard, whether it is Will Fries or Tevin Jenkins. Job's not finished, Joe. Get it done. Let's go Big Blue.